All right, it's a beautiful Thursday morning. Today, the 9th day of April 2026. And you are on to Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. My name is Kunle Olowu, and yes, you are on Perspective Unlimited again. Remember, Perspective Unlimited comes your way every Monday to Friday by 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. And if you want to know what we do on Perspective, well, we talk about the happenings around our country. And we also have our analyst on ground who will make us make sense or maybe make no sense out of the happenings, especially as we have seen in our Nigerian dailies. And of course, I'm not alone in the studio today. I'm with Olali Konsani. He is going to be our analyst for today. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chief.
Yes, sir. So, Perspective Unlimited. I know you are not a new voice on the station, and of course, we know that with your wealth of knowledge, would be able to do justice to most of the stories we are going to be talking about today.
I often try my best. Just my best.
Yes, I believe so.
Just my best.
And just so you remember, we are not here to actually be bearer of bad news. Unfortunately, in journalism, they say bad news is good news, but we are just here to give you, as we have seen in the dailies, and just for us to keep us informed and just for us to make sense and find ways where we also can contribute to the success of the country in the most little way that we can. Because you'll be surprised what little thing you do and what big impacts you would make. I have an analogy that I always give, and I want you to take this very figuratively. Take, for example, you take a bike one day and then you pay the bike man and then he gives you change, and then you realize that the money he gives you is torn. Usually you would return it. Yeah. For that reason, if the bike man carries someone else and the person pays him with torn money, he would remember what happened, that the last time I paid somebody, they returned it. So he would reject it too, But if you just act once and say, okay, collect it, the next time anybody sees that again, think, okay, everybody will collect it. So no, why not? So just those little things, they really, really, really matter. So please, let us try as much as possible to contribute to the success of this country in every little way we can. I pray that the Lord Almighty will continue to bless us all. Now let us go straight into what is making the headlines on our dailies today. Here we have three papers we would be looking at. We have The Punch, we have The Guardian, and of course we have Vanguard newspaper. Those are the three major newspapers we will be looking at the headlines this morning. And to move quickly into those, I'll start with The Punch this morning. The largest caption: Wike-backed PDP fumes over Makinde ADC alliance plan. There's a writer story, or your government, Atiku Obi Kwakwanso, Amechi Mark holding high stake meeting Mall Neil platform. That story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. And of course, on page 7, we have Northeast logs. Nearly 2,000 explosions in 7 years. That report is on page 7. And if you go to page 20, West Bank flags financial risk in Nigeria's 4 trillion naira power bond. And still on page 7, INEC registers 3.4 million new voters. Also still on the front page of the Punch this morning, Alien Akume, Rift threatens Benue NAS members' re-election bid. That story is on page 18. And there's also a picture of the Senate President and other government officials unveiling the Lagos mega projects. That is on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. And also, youths rally Jonathan for 2027 presidential bid. If you're interested in that story, just flip over to page 12 of the Punch newspaper. And on pages 4 and 5, 500 level students dies during football match. And of course, on page 18, Bauchi APC splits over government's defection move. Okay, still on the dailies. Now we are going to the Guardian newspaper. The largest caption on the Guardian reads, Opposition explores options as ADC PDP questions INEC's neutrality. That story is on page 6. And CSO's youth storm JEG's office urge him to contest. That is on page 3. And on page 3, finality of court's ruling does not translate to inaffordability in public eye. That story is on page 7 and not so clear. Don't give power to APC by boycotting polls. Adebayo urges Nigerians. That story is on page 3. Still on the Guardian newspaper this morning, Akpabio commissions Lagos project, takes states on modern Nigeria. That story is on page 7. And 2 years later, activists community urges military to release Ukwama detainees. That story is on page 29. World Bank, multidimensional poverty threatens Nigerian economy potential. That story is on page 6. And of course, here too, there is a picture of the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as he receives the chairman of the Honeywell Group Limited, that's Dr. Oba Olatudeko. That picture is, and the stories that I've read now, they are all on the front pages of The Guardian this morning. And moving quickly to the front page of The Vanguard, the largest caption reads, ADC lists 6 points demands at INEC protests. And the rider stories, Atiku Obi Kwakwanso, others lead protests in Abuja. Don't kill democracy, Obi Amechi rejects one-party rule. No cause for alarm over ADC crisis, David Marcus assures. And PDP ADC leaders hold closed-door meetings. INEC populated by card-carrying members of APC. That is according to Senator Marafa. And those stories, you can find them on page 5 of the Vanguard this morning. And also, there's also a picture of the project commissioning that happened in Lagos yesterday, where the Senate President represented the President of Nigeria. So those are the stories making the front page of the dailies this morning, as we have seen on the Vanguard, the Guardian, and the Punch newspaper this morning. So quickly, Mr. Sani, like we said, let's talk about Lagos State, for example. Yesterday, it came out in the dailies that some roads will be closed in Lagos because they want to commission some projects, and that the president himself will be coming to Lagos to commission those projects. So thereby, they advise road users to take alternate roads because those roads will be shut down for the period where the president will be around. Even though we later learned that the president was represented by the vice presidents.
The Senate President.
With Senate presidents, I beg your pardon, was represented by the Senate presidents. And of course, all of the commissioning still took place. But now we want to ask ourselves, what is the purpose of infrastructural development? Is it to make the lives of the people living in the country easier? Lagos, for example, is overpopulated. I think we all can agree. And of course, there is need for infrastructural development so that it will contain the level of population, as it were, in Lagos State. But is it right for Lagosians to be put in one day of agony, if I may say? Because if you've experienced the traffic in Lagos, even without commissionings going, is it proper for, you want to do infrastructural project commissioning and then you are still putting the Lagosians in agony. Do you think it is allowed, not even constitutionally, maybe morally speaking, is it allowed that Lagosians should understand that, okay, for this one day, let us go through this because something good is happening in our state?
Thank you very much, Chief. Like I always say, it's never a good idea to have the president from your city because anytime he is in town, you are always going to be in trouble. And it's always like that. They call it presidential security. It's always top-notch. It's always watertight. There is no room for error. Because should you give room for a guy to pull the trigger, then that's the end of it. So there is no room for any mistake whatsoever. So it's always, always, always extremely overbearing whenever the president is in town. That is on one side. The president came to Lagos Thursday last week, and he said that he would be spending the Easter holidays, and immediately after the Easter holidays, he would be commissioning some projects in Lagos. And if not for the fact that he would be commissioning some projects, of course, I mean, the guy should be back in Abuja by now. But that's not the case. On the day the commissioning was supposed to happen, they already put out a flyer telling everybody that don't go through this route because it will be short, simply because there is presidential movement. I cannot apportion blame where there is none. I can't blame them for doing that because, like I said, the safety of the president is the biggest priority of all security agencies in the country. So if that is what it takes to secure the president, let it be. I don't believe in commissioning. I should say that, because I mean, you didn't do it with your father's money. You did it with the people's money. And upon completion, let the people enjoy it. Not that you will now lock it up for 1 or 2 months until you find another guy to come and come in. That doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. What's shocking is that, despite the fact that the president was in Lagos as of yesterday, they had to draft in Godzilla Babu from Abuja to come and do the commissioning. What exactly is wrong with the president?
Don't you think maybe he has a lot on the table?
No. What they told us was that, in light of recent security issues, that the president, being who he is, someone who values security more than any other thing, and was attending to security matters, that's a very big fat and tall lie. And the reason for that is that there is no security guy in Lagos. I mean, there was no security guy in Lagos as of yesterday. The CDS wasn't in Lagos. The SSS guy wasn't in Lagos. IGP wasn't in Lagos. NIA, all of them, nobody was in Lagos. So who was briefing the president?
But I mean, was it said that the president was in Lagos yesterday?
He was in Lagos. He just said that he received about Tudeko while he was in Lagos. I mean, the truth of the matter is that the personality and character of this president, these are things that are beginning to manifest to everybody. In my opinion, he just doesn't care about us. Because if you left Abuja simply because you wanted to celebrate Easter with your family, that's fine. You would be staying in Lagos more than the usual days for the public holiday simply because you would want to commission some projects. And on the day of commissioning, you were nowhere to be found. You were absent without official leave. It's as good as what happened in Jos, the other day. You said that you wanted to go to Jos to go and sympathize with the people who died, and you didn't even leave the airport. Rather, what you were saying was that, there is no light in your airport. Please don't stress me. I'll be out of here in 10 minutes. It shows that lack of attachment. It shows that disconnection.
Disconnection.
From the president to the people. It just doesn't care about what concerns us. Had it been that Oba Osudeko didn't visit him yesterday, I would have said that maybe he was ill. Maybe he wasn't feeling fine. And, it's never a sin to be under the weather. What makes it a sin is when you begin to lie about it. I believe he wasn't feeling too fine. And
that's your belief?
That is my personal belief, that he wasn't feeling too fine. But everybody knows that the president is not a stone, especially someone who is aged and old, someone of his age. Anything can happen. But instead of lying and telling us fools, why not come out straight to say, the president is a bit under the weather, and for that reason, he will not be commissioning those projects. Rather, Godzilla Babu will be coming from Abuja to come and do the commissioning for him.
But then he still received the about Deco.
You don't need much strength to receive somebody. If you are commissioning the project, you'll have to stand for some moments. You'll have to give a speech. You'll have to tell the people, you can see we are working for you. You'll have to, give a short charge. You have to lift people's emotions. When you're the president, you must have a way.
You have to have energy, basically.
That is it. But it was just a case of standing for 2 seconds beside a guy to take a picture and sitting down back. I mean, that was what he did yesterday. So for me, I believe it wasn't fine. It wasn't well. That was why they did what they did. But, it's never a sin. Be transparent. Say it. The president,
is a little under the weather, and
the
Senate president will be taking...
to come and fill that. So, nobody's going to crucify you for that. But you telling us that you couldn't do what you came to do simply because of security, when we know too well that there was no security guy in Lagos yesterday. Okay, calm down. And if you really care about security that much, we will be talking about what we are talking about in this country right now. Everywhere you go, it's killing. And you're talking about, security is president's priority. Get serious.
Okay. Anyway, let's leave Lagosians and their traffic. And let's talk a little bit politics now. We saw it in the paper that Wike-backed PDP fumes over Makinde's ADC alliance plan. And there's been a lot of back and forth about PDP, Wike fraction, Makinde fraction, and of course the ADC and the what should I call it? The notion that the APC is actually behind the issues happening to the ADC.
It's not a notion.
No, there's really nothing to...
No,
we don't have anything to back that fact.
There is.
Okay.
Do you care if I share that
Yeah,
fact?
well, I want you to, but I just want us to get a better picture of what we are talking about. I want us to get a better picture because now, like I said yesterday, the People's Democratic Party bloc, that's backed by the Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde, they held a meeting yesterday with the former Senate President, that's David Mark, and ex-Osun State Governor Rauf Aregbesola of the African Democratic Congress as part of a political realignment for 2027 election. Now, the party leaders reportedly agreed to form a strategic alliance aimed at unseating President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in forthcoming polls. Now, the camp of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, that's Nyesom Wike, it also issued a statement by Abdulrahman Abdul Hamed, led working committee through...
That's Wike's chair of the party.
Yes, National Public Secretary. That's Jugudu Mohammed. Yeah, they also dismissed reports linking the PDP to any alliance talk with the ADC. Now, Wike, we believe, is the one who is working for the APC. He has actually even said that times without number. That he's
not
working
just that, he said he is working for them. He said he will lead the re-election campaign of Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Yes, and that's the same PDP where the Makinde fraction is in. Yes. Now, they are having these issues. That's APC, PDP. Now, let us bring ADC into the mix.
Okay.
Now, ADC is now saying that APC is planting some elements in the ADC to disrupt the activities. Meanwhile, they are the ones with their internal crisis, number one. Number two, they are the ones forming alliance with a fractional sect of the PDP that they know that there are issues already. And even yesterday, another fraction of the ADC still came out saying that they are the majority, ESCO, whatever, and that now they are taking leadership of the ADC. Okay. So how do we make sense out of all of this?
Thank you very much. In all of this, the most important thing is the position of the law. You can't just wake up one morning as Mr. Kunle Olowu and say you want to become the chairman of a political party. There is a process. There are procedures that you must follow. Who among these guys has followed that procedure? And I'll tell you that it's the David Mark-led, what's it called?
The David Mark-led
side of the ADC. And I'm not saying this simply because I want to say it. I'm saying this simply because it is what INEC told us before the organization started behaving like a terrorist organization. And I'll tell you why I'm saying that they are now behaving like a terrorist organization. When Ralph Nwosu wanted to resign as the chairman of ADC, they did call for a NEC meeting. They did write a letter to INEC telling them that there will be, in fact, the law says that you must write the INEC, the Independent National Electoral Commission, at least 21 days before your NEC meeting. They wrote INEC around 25 days before the NEC meeting, meaning there was even extra 4 days for INEC to put its house in order. And when they were going to do the meeting, INEC came to the meeting. INEC representatives, they were there. And in the presence of INEC officials, all former ESCO members resigned.
Okay.
that we will no longer be piloting the affairs of this party. That instead, we are now bringing a new team on board, the team of David Mark, Hared Beshola, and the likes. It happened in the presence of that. I mean, well, the word is there, but I mean, the platform may not be there. Bala Nafiu Gumbi. He was the deputy national chairman of the party. He resigned. Everything happened in his presence, and there was no problem whatsoever. Only for the guy to later go back. And this is a guy that, after David Mark took over, he actually did put something on Facebook, hailing the emergence of David Mark and Hared Beshola as the chair and secretary of the party, respectively.
And has it been confirmed that this was actually put up by him?
On his Facebook account.
It might be hacked?
Was I the one who... Did he tell you that his account was hacked?
Okay. I just wanted us to get out
No. It's clear. It is clear there. His resignation letter is everywhere, that he resigned as the deputy national chairman of the party. The same guy now went back to the court to say that, actually, he didn't resign. And for that reason, he should be declared as the chairman of the party. And I've said something the other time that, we don't have to question ourselves as regards where that came from. It's safe to say that it came from the APC and the federal government. And the reason why I'm going to say that is this. The federal government, when they realized that the coalition guys were going to the ADC, Ralph Nwosu, like I told you, the former chair of the party, he said that the federal government approached him, not just the federal government, the presidency approached him, and they offered to give him 3 whooping billion naira. Not just 3 billion naira. Nominate 3 guys, and they will be appointed as ministers into this government, into this cabinet. But he said no. Everybody will be anywhere beneficial politician. I have integrity, and the growth of this country is what matters to me. So for that reason, I am rejecting your 3 billion, and I am rejecting your opportunity to nominate 3 ministers. Thank you. God bless you. A guy who resigned later said he didn't resign. Do you need a crystal ball to know what made him say that he didn't resign?
But how come the ADC trusted him so much to make him the chairman in the first place? No.
Ralph Nwosu.
Yes, Ralph Nwosu.
He was actually the founder of the party.
Okay.
He was the one who founded the party. He was the one who registered the party with INEC. And when he realized that the 2027 election is going to be beyond his turf, beyond his capacity, he said, let me step aside. Let me mass shift, as they say on the street. Mass shift. Make people, let people who are more grounded than me in the area of politics.
Politically grounded.
Exactly. Come on board so that they can tackle the incumbent administration.
So he agreed to that?
He agreed to that. Okay. He resigned. Until tomorrow, he keeps saying that he has resigned. Ralph Nwosu, there is no controversy about his position here. He said he resigned. Controversy is coming from the area of the former deputy national chairman, a guy called Nafiu Bala Gumbi.
Bala Gumbi, yes.
Yes, that is where issues are coming from. And like I told you, when the Ralph Nwosu-led administration resigned, he was there in person. He even stood up for recognition when they said the deputy national chairman of the party. And right in his presence, they filled that role. He was applauding, he was clapping. He put something on Facebook to say that, I am proud of this. The party is now going to be in a very good position to fight the incumbent administration. Not just that. Days after they had done that, he was still at a party function. He was, carrying himself around.
And there are records of all of this.
Like,
I see how sure you are.
Records that you cannot, irrefutable records. Everything is there. There are videos, there are pictures, documents, everything is there. Now, this guy who used to be jobless, as far as I'm concerned, now stays in Konoga, Transcorp Hilton in Abuja. He now goes around Abuja with a convoy that even beats that of a sitting governor. Who is bankrolling that? Is it you? Is it me? We all know who is doing that. But what I can tell the government of the day is that they're only joking. As far as I'm concerned, they know too well that should there be a credible election, then there are no two ways about it. So they are trying to, prevent opposition guys from presenting a candidate. But that cannot work. That just cannot work. For Wike, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. I understand we have to go on a break right now. When we are back, I'll conclude it, Wiki.
Okay, so we're about to go on a break, but before we do that, the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, promised that power will be better in 2 weeks. It is 2 weeks now, and I think, like I said, we are going to go on a short commercial break. When we come back, please let us look at what Adelabu has said, and let us wait with the present reality. You're still on to Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio, and the program is Perspective Unlimited. 2 minutes break, we'll be back.
Your preferred wholesome radio.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour.
I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data.
Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service.
One Data?
Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The general public is hereby advised to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Verify the licensing status of such schemes on this website: www.cbn.gov.ng, www.nicom.gov.ng, www.pencom.gov.ng, www.sec.gov.ng, www.fsrcc.gov.ng. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call CBN 0817-665-7060, 0707-338-4828, SEC 0209-462-1168. Announcer, FSRCC.
Are you hungry for something delicious? Food that feels like home but tastes like pure luxury? Then welcome to Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile. From our smoky jollof to rich ofada sauce to a variety of delicious soups like egusi, eforiro, and more, paired with your favorite proteins and hot, freshly made swallows, all made for you to enjoy. We also handle bulk orders in liters, fresh and ready whenever you need it. We deliver it to your doorstep. At Honeydew, it's not just the food, it's the feel. With our beautiful ambience, perfect for your romantic dates, family outings, or your quiet, relaxing evening escape. Join us every last Friday of the month at 7 p.m. for karaoke night with Jayola and enjoy music, games, food, drinks, and free mocktails and cocktails as you sing your hearts out. Visit us at Plot 42, Block 8, Alaafin Avenue, beside Wells Radio, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. For your doorstep delivery or inquiries, call or WhatsApp 0814-691-6635, 0814-691-6635. Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile.
Boost your business with Wells Radio 89.3 FM. In a competitive world of business, strategic brand and product positioning is key to growth. Don't remain unseen in the shadows. Shine a spotlight on your brand with Wells Radio 89.3 FM today. Why Wells Radio? We are your state's #1 family radio station. We connect with the heart of families in your state. As the smallest unit of the society, families trust Wells Radio for quality content and information. Visit us today along Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Our white and blue building just before Sharp Corner ensures your business won't go unnoticed. Advertise with us today. Call our marketing office on 0903 936 8185. Call Toby on 0803 509 3394. Ayo on 0706 840-7359. Take the leap today. Let Wells Radio 89.3 FM be the megaphone for your business success. You won't regret it.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
All right, you're welcome back to Perspective Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio station located in the heart of Oluyole here in the city of Ibadan. My name is Kunle Olowu, and I have Olale Konsani also here with me in the studio, who will be analyzing the stories as we bring them. Before we went on that short commercial break, we teased you with something that what is the power situation like in your area? Because we remember that the Minister of Power, that is Adebayo Adelabu, said exactly, maybe just about 2 weeks ago, that initially he said that the issue of power is beyond their control. Then later he said that the issues will be resolved within 2 weeks. And also, we heard about some days ago that the federal government actually released 3.3 trillion to settle the debts owed by the power sector, so that it would, if they pay that, they would be able to increase power generation and distribution to Nigerians. But as it is, I don't know what it is in your own area, But before I hear your thoughts, please, you can also join us in the studio. For those of you listening to us at home, you can join us in the studio to give your thoughts about the issues we are discussing. You can call 09168931000. I'll take that number again, 09168931000 or 09153334893. I'll take that again, 09153334893. Okay, so back to Mr. Sani now. What is the power? What's the situation with power in your own area at the moment?
Yeah, thank you very much. The situation has slightly improved.
Okay, so that's a good thing.
Well, it is a positive thing, but it's a marginal thing. I will not celebrate what's on the ground, but yes, it has marginally improved.
Okay.
That is the truth. But the truth of the matter is that we are far, 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 far away from where we should be.
Sorry to cut you short. So the improvement that has been noticed now is not exactly what you are waiting for. Let's take this call.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Yes, sir. Ruth calling from Alakia.
Ruth from Alakia. Good morning.
Thank you, sir. As regards the power sector, this administration has excelled at making promises, but has consistently failed to deliver. So the power sector was not this unstable before they assumed office. Yet we now face persistent blackouts that has even crippled so many businesses. So it's high time for action. Enough of talk. What we need is results. Though the light has improved a little bit in our area.
In your area as well?
We want more. Yes,
okay.
But we want more. They need to do the need for inside. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Ruth from Alakia. Okay, so your thoughts about
like I was saying, there is a marginal improvement in the overall situation, but it is still terrible. I was out of town for some days. I returned yesterday. That was in the afternoon till I slept. There was no light. In the middle of the night, they brought it. I mean, maybe they felt like, I don't need deserved sleep. That
but they brought it in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
Lucky
and this morning, by the time I woke up again, it was no more. That is not meaningful as far as I'm concerned. But beyond that, let's discuss the 3.3 trillion package.
Yes.
The presidency has not released the money. Actually, they're only saying that they want to release the money. But that is not the first time we'll be hearing of such release. June 2024, they said the same thing.
June 2024.
Yes, 3.3 trillion.
But is that confirmed, sir?
They even said at some point that they were going to issue a bond of 4 trillion.
4 trillion, okay.
Last year, December, they said a bond of 590 billion. They issued those bonds. People subscribed. They got the money, but the federal government never paid. It tells you about the intent of the federal government. It tells you why we are in this situation in the first instance. It's about lack of transparency. People are paying for electricity. So why is it now difficult for you to remit what the people are paying to transmission companies, to Gencos, so that everybody can be okay?
Yeah, to the Discos first, then the
Gencos,
Gencos.
TCN to Gencos. I mean, that's the structure. So money got lost in the middle, and you're now asking us that, you guys are going to endure because you will be borrowing money in your name, money that you already paid. You still want to borrow it in our name so that you can pay it's not making sense. And the fact that they have issued 2 bonds. I was ever thinking it was just 1 bond until I did more research in the course of the week, and I realized that it's 2 actually. One for 4 trillion, the other for 590 billion. That is 4.95
trillion.
4.59 trillion, pardon me. 4.59 trillion. Over a debt of 3.3 trillion. You can see that it's only about looting money and not about fixing the country.
Okay, it's about looting money and not fixing the country. Well, there is another report here suggesting that the federal government are rejecting claims that Nigeria is on the brink of collapse, insisting that the country is making steady progress in tackling its security and economic challenges. The position comes in response to recent warnings by a coalition of civil society organizations, which described the nation as facing worsening insecurity, economic hardship, and governance concern. We keep hearing all of these things every time, and the government keeps coming back to assure us that the country is making steady progress. But when a country is making progress, is it supposed to be seen immediately, or is it expected that such hardship would come, then maybe we can say there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel?
Sir, if the leadership of your country is telling you to endure, that there is light at the end of the tunnel, know too well at that particular moment that they are only lying to you.
Why is that so?
Thank you. When you are contesting for an office, they are going to ask you, should you attend debates like you do in, serious countries? What is the impact the people are going to feel in the first 30 days? What is the impact they are going to feel in the first 100 days? What is the impact they are going to feel in the first 6 months, 1 year, and all the way down to your 4 years in office? If governance is about hardship at the initial stage, would they ask you the question of, what will the people benefit in the first 1 month of your administration? And let's now go back to, as far as I'm concerned, the only guy that has ruled this country in a logical way since 1999, Umar Musa Yar'Adua. That's my personal opinion.
God rest his soul.
Amen. When he came on board, a guy came on board and told us subsidy is gone. Essentially, the only thing you benefit from the government of Nigeria is gone. Guess what? May 29, 2007, another guy came on board. A guy came on board as the president of the country, and he said the price of fuel and other petroleum products will be reduced in the country. And we all saw the impact immediately. That's Yar'Adua for you. He didn't stop there. He went as far as reducing VAT, stopping, eradicating the drama that was happening in the Niger Delta. He was building a lot of inland ports that would have decongested Lagos, the same Lagos we are so bitterly complaining about. Sir, it is a lie should anybody tell you that, you have to hold on. Because let's look at the type of lifestyle they are living, and let's look at the lifestyle we are living. The president celebrated his birthday a couple of days ago, and he said that he will not be celebrating again simply because of the fact that the mood in town suggests that, you should have a low-key celebration.
People are not happy.
He said it. He didn't just say it. He said it in 2024, the first year, the first birthday we celebrate in office. 2025, the same thing. 2026, the same thing. That's three quarters of your administration. It shows to you that you have failed. That's that. As regards if Nigeria is on the brink of collapse or not, I was going through some dailies in the course of the week, and I read through what the presidency said as the excuse for the president not going into the city of Jos. And they said a number of things, but part of what they said was the safety of the president. The truth of the matter is that if you have the Nigerian army, you have the SSS, you have the Navy, police, civil defense, NIA, DIA, DMI, all of them, and you still find it difficult to go to a part of your country, bros, just accept, say you don't fail. It shows clearly that you have failed. Let's talk about previous administrations. Goodluck Jonathan was in Sambisa. He was fully kitted as a field marshal. He went to Borno State, he was there. Buhari was also kitted in military accoutrement, and he was there. But you, okay.
Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, what's your radio?
Good morning.
Mr. I'm calling from Wharton. Morning, my brother. Well
Yes,
done.
sir. Yeah, thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Ali Kosoni.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. I'm calling from Wharton. Morning, my dear brother. God bless you, sir. You see, for me, I just like to appeal to the leadership of ADC. And I'm happy that our state governor here, Mr. Makinde, is in the team now, kind of unofficially, allegedly in the team now. Because for me, I believe ADC still remains the only formidable opposition Nigeria has now. Because, for the past 2 years, I've been saying that people should forget about PDP, but some people still believe that PDP will still rise. Well, it's not very late to each and every one of us that there is a force that is bent on killing or holding down PDP. Well, for whatever reason best known to them. But what I'll just say is that ADC leadership, the likes of Mark Atiku, Governor Sheyi Makinde, and the rest, should fully explore the opportunities to ensure that the party is on the ballot. Believe me, because yesterday I was a bit apprehensive when I read in the daily that Governor Sheyi Makinde is tinkering with the kind of pitting his tent with NDC. I was NDC in Congo. Because any attempt to move to another party, any attempt to elect of ADC to move to another party, APC will still lay landmines for them. So it's better. The whole world is for them. Every Nigerian is tuned to all the other radio stations across Nigeria. Everybody is singing ADC. I think you understand. So it's like ADC leadership should just stay on this and fight to the last. Nigerians are behind them, and I believe God is behind them. Honestly speaking, then we shall see content 27 by the grace of God. But they should just make sure that they do everything humanly possible. Amikuto cannot draft Nigeria to one party state, no matter all these gimmicks and what have you. Nigeria will not drag into one party state. FDC has come to stay by the grace of God.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, so back to our conversation.
The truth of the matter is that if you, as the president, you find it difficult to go to a particular place, what is now the fate of the people who do not even have civil defense behind them to protect them? It shows that you are not doing your job well at all.
Hello.
Hello,
good morning. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
This is Adeyinka from Ronke.
Adeyinka. Aderonke. Okay. Yes, please. You have the floor.
Thank you. Concerning Wike fashion for me, the PDP of Wike fashion for me, why Governor Sheyi Makinde went to the ADC.
So I have a meeting with the ADC.
Sorry. So Wike is holding PDP down. So what did he expect them to do? As Nigerians can't afford to be a one-party state, seriously, we are not practicing democracy at all. So let's see how things will turn out, because we are not ready to afford a one-party state. So come 2027, we need the strong opposition that is going to rescue power from this present administration. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. I was going to ask that, but don't you think that we believe so much in ADC, and maybe what played out with Labour at the last election, are you sure that wouldn't happen again? Because everybody's believing so much in ADC now, but it seems like the internal crisis they are having will make them split votes.
Let me wrap up on what the president did. I mean, as regards the state of the country, whether it's tipping off the cliff or not. The president is the one failing the country. I know that Nigeria is in a very, very nasty situation that the country has never experienced before. But hope is not lost. That is, if the president can do the needful. He is not doing the needful, and he's not allowing the people who want to do the needful to come on board. That's evil.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Yes, sir.
This is Gamari calling from Apata.
All right, good morning. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much. On this security that we are talking about, because what American government did, they said they are giving the citizens in travel warning. Now, this is a country in which even a sitting governor, there was a crisis in his state. They killed so many residents in citizens of the country of the state. And when the governor wanted to address the people, he did that in a APC. I'm a personnel career. What is it called? I don't know the name. The 2 minutes. Now, the thing is, I'm talking about Governor Mutfwang of Jos. That means the governor is not even secured. If the government is not secured, then how are you able to secure the citizens of the country? It is not done. So the US are not stupid. But we in this country, I don't know, it's somehow. And this was the ADC. I was so surprised to see Sheyi Makinde yesterday having a meeting with ADC and even sitting beside Atiku. And Sheyi Makinde forgot what he did to Atiku in 2023 election. Mr. Tony, you cannot be beating me and not asking me to be, ask me not to cry. You caught the article almost won the election in 2023, but the attitude of the G5 governors then, which happens to be among, trusted Atiku's ambition. So I don't know on what ground now that they have Atiku forgive Makinde. As Makinde asked for forgiveness from Atiku. See, things cannot work unless you cross your T's and dot your I's. I don't know if ADC can get their house in order before the 2027 election. But I wish we have a formidable opposition in this country so that we can have a good election in 2027. Thank you, Mr. Kunle.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. God bless you. Okay, so very quickly, we should round up on your take on the economy.
The economy is not doing well. Everybody knows that. There is nothing to say about that. You don't need.
They should say at the time and tell you that.
Not at all. Not at all. Everybody's complaining, and it's happening because the president is not doing well. We were actually talking about security.
Yeah.
If you are not, let's get it straight. I know too well that there is no part of the country the president wants to visit that he cannot visit. That was just a silly excuse to take our mouth away from the president so that we can allow him to go to Lagos. They said that so that they can get our sympathy, which is not so. I know too well that the government is the alpha and omega of any particular space. They have the power to bring peace to the country. But instead of doing that, they are doing things that are not logical at all. And like I said the other time, you are not doing what is needed right now. And the people who are gathering to do what they believe they can do, you are placing landmines on their path. It's still not going to work. It's better for the president to allow a credible election to happen than to suggest what may happen should there be a credible election. Come 2027, I know too well that the opposition guys are going to be on the ballot. Let me say some hard words to Joash Amokbiton before we leave. INEC filed an affidavit, and they said it. That was before Amokbiton became chair of INEC, that they witnessed everything that happened in the ADC, that David Mark is now the new chair and Arabeshola is the secretary, and that in line with what the Constitution, in line with what the Supreme Court said, that no court should entertain what Bala Nafiu Gumbi is showing. INEC said that.
Yeah.
INEC said that there is no justification for anybody to challenge the chairmanship of David Mark, that Nafiu Gumbi is just a fifth columnist doing his own drama. Nobody should pay attention to him. That the ADC has come to stay. Then a guy called Joash Amokbiton became chair of INEC, and he is saying that he is withdrawing the stamp of authority given to them by INEC. On what basis? You said court. The court didn't order Joash Amokbiton to withdraw the leadership of the certificate given to, David Mark. Rather, the court said, maintain status quo. Maintain status quo. How that now translated in the head of Joash Amokbiton? No, the guy is sick in the head. How that guy now translated to the idea of withdrawing certificate of leadership is what a normal human being. It's only someone like Wiki that can understand that. Somebody like me can never and will never understand that.
All right, let's quickly take some of the comments on Facebook. Boluwatife Adejuwa says, good morning. If the ruling parties done little to alleviate poverty and provide security for Nigerians, then clearly they have nothing to offer. An administration that wants the best for its people will do everything to drive the country towards prosperity. Thank you very much for that. Adedamola Okunla says, beautiful morning to you in the studio. Of a truth, with all that is happening, APC truly wants to turn Nigeria into a one-party system which would not give room for democracy. I urge opposition parties to come together to form a formidable force next election. Thank you. Thank you very much, Adedamola. And Similolu Asharif says, good morning and kudos to everyone in the studio. Thank you. Why Wike backed PDP film? The Wike group is in support of APC already. any alignment that will unseat the incompetent leaders and any government who decides to play politics instead of governance, I am in support. There is no room for a one-party system in Nigeria. We can't allow Mr. President to turn Nigeria to Lagos State, while only his party has been ruling the state since 1999 till date. Adewumi Kazim Adeka says, good morning, well done, sir. God will bless us from New Garage. Thank you. God will bless you too. So wrapping up, sir, because we are way out of time now. We are way out of time. What is the way forward for Nigerians?
The way forward is for us to keep asking for what is right, good governance and credible opposition. That is it. Let's ask the government to give Nigerians our fair share. And for the guys who are hanging around to say they want to take over, let the government allow them to stay. Simply because democracy encourages multi-party system. So let them be on the ground for them to take over. If they have what it takes to convince the people, as you guys are, the people should trust them. Let them take over. As far as I'm concerned, democracy is about the people. It's the people who will always choose. So we want to choose. I personally, I'm not convinced that the incumbent administration is for me. I'm also not totally convinced yet that the people who want to come on board are also for me. But at least let the opportunity be there. Let them tell us what they want to do. Then I will not be the one to say, okay, this is what I want. But the idea of saying you have no choice, it must only be this person, that cannot stand. It cannot stand.
Okay, Olale Konsani said that we should hear what they want to give us and we should be the ones to choose. In that case, I would like to urge us all to go out there, get our PVC and vote your conscience and not for rice and Gary. On that note, we'll say thank you very much for being a part of the Perspective Unlimited this morning. And remember to join us again tomorrow, same time, same station. And thank you so much, Mr. Olale Konsani, for being a part of the show this morning. Until tomorrow again, when we bring you Perspective Unlimited, my name is Kunle Olowu. Thank you and God bless.
We in this program are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Wells Radio 89.3 FM or its affiliated entities. Wells Radio 89.3 FM is committed to providing a platform for diverse perspectives and opinions, and the views expressed by guests on our programs are their personal viewpoints. Wells Radio 89.3 FM does not endorse or take responsibility for the content or opinions expressed by individual interviewees and callers. Thank you.
Come and see West Radio, your preferred awesome radio, 89.3 FM.